what happens is that children get a definition of them, of who they are, through these posts, through these sites where people are projecting aspects of themselves that they want other people to see, and not actually who they are in real time, in real life. And so kids are developing an inner sense of who I am based on, what I would call this sort of fortified notion that they put up of themselves on these sites, or sometimes false notion, or sometimes wish I were like that kind of notion, right? I also think that social media allows kids to do or say anything without, significant repercussions in terms of being able to see in real time the effect of your words or your actions on someone else. That's why, bullying, online bullying is a huge problem. I think kids start to worry about what they're missing, because there's this idea in their, still developing brains that that life is happening for all these people out there, over there. I'm not part of it. Well, how can I be part of it? I don't want to miss anything. I need to stay connected all the time. That's a lot of pressure for a growing child and for a teen. And so then they lose their ability to actually be in the present. Kids today grow up with media multitasking, and that is not healthy for the brain, because essentially what you're doing is you're splitting your attention. And every time you shift from one thing to another, your brain needs a mental warm-up of several seconds. And because of that, with the pressure that we put on ourselves to shift constantly, our brains are stressed out. And then they run on cortisol, which is a stress reaction, which increases anxiety. So it's a whole kind of complicated mix of things. There are lots of benefits to technology and social media, including, all of the, lots of high schools and colleges and have interest groups and sports and theater and music, and they have Facebook groups, and that's how they communicate. And that's fantastic. It's just that we have to have balance. Balance is what makes a healthy media diet. I think the main thing is that we adults have to model for our kids how we want them to use technology, which means when you walk in the door, put your phone down. When you pick your kids up from school, put your phone down. Spend time with your kids when they're awake. If kids are going to do homework after dinner, have family work time. Sit down at your computer. That's a time for you to do your stuff, and they can do their work. And you're parallel working, so if they need you, you're there, and you can monitor them to make sure they're actually doing what they're supposed to be doing. Screen-free dinner times are a must. Absolutely. And I don't think that kids should have screens in their rooms. After a certain time, the phone should be turned over to a parent, the computer. It's too tempting, and kids actually really do need to learn how to be with themselves. And if the phone is in the room, then you can't know if they're waking up at 2 a.m. and on the phone from 2 to 4 a.m. So screen-free dinners, screen-free rooms after a certain hour, and then of course, maybe having some family screen-free days. Like, say, Saturday is our screen-free day. We're just going to be off screens from 9 to 5. You can have your screen after. But to cultivate face-to-face, together fun and activities so the kids can understand how you do that. That's how we model that at home.